Hello and welcome to episode 124 of the YouTube chess docudrama series that is attempting to answer the following question. Can an 80 IQ hillbilly defy all odds by achieving an 1800 ELO ranking on chess.com? This is the question. We are coming in on a two-game losing streak, I believe. Two or three? Two. We were 1658, 1650, and now 1642. Still pretty happy with the ELO ranking, considering I've never been anywhere near this high. As you, the reoccurring viewer, are well aware. Sun is shining today and the birds are chirping, and we are going to be positive. Just wanting to be positive today, play a good game of chess, win, lose, or draw, be humble. And that's kind of the idea. I got pretty down yesterday, after watching the review, and realized opponent put a lot of pressure on me, and I kind of caved. Time was kind of on his side for sure. I think I had a minute, he had 7 minutes, and he just put some pressure on me. I find myself repeatedly ahead in some of these games and just unable to take advantage of some of the take advantage of the advantage that I have. I guess would be the way to say it. But today is a new day, and as a wise man once said, every day is a new life to a wise man. And yeah, so just the chess journey is up and down. I'm still grinding on this 80 IQ hillbilly chess training technique, which if you are not aware of what that is, go to episode either 100, 110, or 120 and watch the first 5 minutes of any of those episodes, and you will hear the technique outlined in detail. If you're looking up how you can access any of those episodes, wait to the last 10 seconds of this video, and the entire playlist will pop up on your screen. So yeah, last night I was doing some chess puzzles as part of my training regimen, and man, it's just chess is just such a grind, such a grind. It's kind of like life in a lot of ways, Life's kind of a grind, and then you die. Chess is a grind, and then you get checkmated, or you just I'm just doing these puzzles, and I'm just grinding on these puzzles. And there's just certain concepts that are just foreign to me. I really struggle with certain in-game concepts. I think chess is kind of two different ways. Like there's memorization, like pattern recognition, as far as openings. Like I know this is where my pieces go. I've seen this before. I do this. I do that. And it's all kind of memorization. It's like I think kind of anybody can learn what is it called in chemistry? The periodic table, where you just memorize the different elements or whatever. And I think openings are kind of like that. You kind of just memorize a lot of things. But I think what makes endgames so tough is that it goes beyond memorization. You have to conceptualize it. You have to understand the ideas. You can't just oh, well, I remember I do this. I mean, you can in some. Obviously, there's some endgame patterns. But for the most part, you have to know what you're doing. And I think one of the ways I've been able to get to the point that I am in chess is by learning systems and just understanding very, very basic ideas, and then using memorization and pattern recognition. To whereas in endgames, that just doesn't really work. You have to understand the concept of what you're doing. And you hear that a lot when you'll watch different chess YouTubers who are higher up, and they'll tell you it's important to understand the ideas, not just memorize lines. And that is such a key part of chess. Not just memorizing some kind of opening gambit or something, because I think anybody can do that. And I think that's why I think pretty much anybody can get to 1500. I think beyond, because you can get to 1500 just on memorizing some gambits, learning some openings, learning some real basic stuff that is basically just tapped into your memorization or your pattern recognition. But I think when you get further up in chess, you have to understand theoretical concepts. You have to get past the oh, I remember I saw that, I know that, this sequence of patterns, right? I'm familiar with this. And I think that's what makes endgames so tough. you know, you're kind of stuck with the end game, and you just really have to focus on the idea. Like, what are you trying to do? Not like, I remember, you know, this line. And so I know end games really aren't, you know, and I don't think that's necessarily why I lost yesterday or the day before. But man, it is so discouraging to, you know, to do in-game puzzles. And like, for instance, I did one yesterday, and the pawns were split, and you got it was split pawns, and you know, you had the king in front controlling the two pawns, and it was just like there was this visual aid, and I sat there for 20 minutes staring at this, and I like knew, like, I have to know this, like I have to figure this out if I'm going to advance, and I just could not figure it out, could not figure it out. And then of course afterwards I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, and the problem is it becomes the chess visualization. Like, that's a big thing, like visualizing how that pawn is, the second pawn was there, and it froze the king. So anyway, just kind of a ramble there, kind of a meaningless ramble really. You know, I kind of had got, you know, like last night after I did those puzzles, I was like, man, I'm convinced I'll never hit my goal. Like, I can't grasp the conceptual part of this of some of chess. Like, I can't get my mind around it. And chess is a very, very complex game, but yet it's at times it can be simple. Like, it can be simple if you're just memorizing stuff. Memorization isn't hard. Like, you download it into your brain, and once you can memorize it, great. And I think that's the key. I think just on memorization and repetition and determination, anybody, I think anybody can get to 1500. But I think beyond that, man, you really just have to put in that grind, and it has to become more of understanding the game. You have to understand, like, what you're actually doing. Like, what are you trying to do? And that goes beyond memorization. So anyway, I decided I wasn't going to come on and be pessimistic, and I'm not going to come on and say, I'll never hit 1800. I'm going to keep grinding, and it's a grind. You know, and it's weird because I put so much time and effort into this chess, and I'm thinking, like, imagine, like, if I had just devoted a fraction of the time to anything else in life that I have to chess. You know, what could I be? What could I be doing? Because chess is never going to make me any money. Nobody really cares. Imagine if I just go into I don't know, a bar and be like, hey, guess what? I'm 1650 at chess. Nobody's going to care. They're going to be, oh yeah? Who's that one crazy guy that used to be good back in the day? Nobody cares about chess, other than chess players. And we are few and far between, and we are a rare breed. Pre-game ramble is over. Let's play a game of chess. I think I'm happy with the technical aspect of this. I have to get the glasses on. What is this, Ukraine? Is this Ukraine? This blank flag. Why is it not coming up, I wonder? I hope we're not having any technical difficulties here. I'm happy with where I got my camera angle, so I don't have to sit there and continually worry about my head being in the box. The F4 line here is interesting, which kind of takes away the bishop idea. Okay, I need to think here. Takes. What is the play here? I'm pretty sure it's this. Interesting. What about this? Let's think what we're doing here real quick. Snatch that bishop off. Now that F4 pawn is gone, right? So here, he doesn't have that pawn. Interesting. Not ahead though. Not ahead, but I like my development better than I like his. He's got his king's not in the best shape over here. Interesting. So he wants to take here, open up this file. That's fine, I guess. What does he want to do with this? Here, 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 here. That's fine. I will take that trade, I believe. Where is he gonna go though? Here's what I'm thinking. Boom. Thinking this. Maybe this. Let's see here. Let's see here. He wants to push. How about this? Have to be careful here. Have to be careful here. Have to be careful here. I'll make that trade. All right, here. Interesting. What do I want to do? Here he pushes. I don't necessarily want to give up that pawn. Let's try this. Hope you all are having a great day, by the way. I'm up ahead. I'm out ahead. Oh no. Am I gonna get beat again down in here? Am I gonna get beat again down in here, y'all? I just got beat down in here yesterday. I just got beat down in here yesterday. All right, hold on here. What about this though? What about? What about? He got me locked down in here, doesn't he? Well, he's got me locked down in here. He's got me locked down in here again. I gotta get this pawn promoted. God dang it. +3 advantage and lost the damn game. I suck, y'all. There's no other way to look at it than that, man. I just freaking suck. I just freaking suck. There's no other way to look at it. 69.7% accuracy, no brilliant moves, 1 great move, 13 best moves, 4 mistakes, 4 misses, no blunders, played like a 1300. Man, I freaking suck! Opponent 70.8% accuracy, no brilliant moves, 2 great moves, 12 best moves, 6 mistakes, 3 misses, 1 blunder. He played like a 1350. Man, I just freaking suck at this game. I don't even know why I keep playing. I really don't. +3 and let the dude just get down in on me like that. Second game in a row, man. I'm way out ahead. Bishop f5 was best. And just no excuses for losing this game. Knight d7 was best. No excuses, man. Just, I'm not going to be able to get it done, man. It's not going to be able to get it done. Just not going to be able to get it done. Queen d2 was best. Queen what? Oh. Queen d2 was best. Oh, just taking. Second game in a row had some really nice plays here, and just I'm sure it's going to show me here in a minute how bad I played. Mistake, queen c7. Queen c7. d4. Bishop e5. c4. Queen f7. Wouldn't have thought that would be a play. But of course, that's why I lost. Golly, I suck at this game. I'm just terrible. There's a miss. Wow, queen b5 was best. Queen b5. Oh, they just want to trade out. Another mistake. c5 was best. Again. That's a miss. There's a miss. c5 was best. Again. I mean, I'm +3, and I just can't convert. Terrible play. d3 was best. Finally did trade out, and well, that was a mistake. We know I'm not winning an end game. I just sat there and talked about that in the pregame, didn't I? Sat there and told y'all straight up in the pregame, you have to understand the concepts. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Didn't have a freaking clue. d2 was best. Queen d2. Then what? Bishop g2. What? What? They want g2? Oh, g2. Rook g2. Queen e3. King g8. Man, I just suck at this game, man. I just freaking suck. Miss. RG5. RG5 and he's trapped. But I'm too stupid to figure that out. I'm too stupid to see that. I sit there and just move my rook around. Just force a draw. D3 was best. I suck, man. I don't blame y'all for not wanting to watch this channel. Good Lord. I just freaking suck at this game, man. Sucking it up in life, sucking it up in chess, just sucking it up in general. But I hope you don't suck, and I hope your life doesn't suck. And I hope your chess game is better than mine. Y'all have a great day. God bless.